Yeah, Governor Gretchen Whitmer made it clear that the time is now to act on gun safety legislation. I talked to several Republicans after the speech to get their thoughts on these three proposals. And as you mentioned, Rick, we haven't seen these bills yet, so they were non-committal.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer in her State of the State address tonight, making three proposals aimed at reducing gun violence.
The time for only thoughts and prayers is over.
First, mandating universal background checks. Second, implementing safe storage laws to make sure kids don't get their hands on guns.
Absolutely necessary in the state of Michigan. Law-abiding citizens who own firearms need to take the necessary steps, who are already taking the necessary steps to protect their firearms in their home.
Finally, the governor wants red flag laws, keeping guns out of the hands of people who are deemed dangerous. West Michigan Democrats are strongly behind the efforts.
These are common sense bills and laws that have not gotten any hearings. We are here to make people safe, not take guns away.
These are common sense laws that have been effective in red states and blue states. This is just straightforward stuff.
Republicans telling News 8 they need to review the bills before coming out with a position.
Well, I'd have to look at all the proposals because I don't want to make a comment when I haven't read everything.
I think we have to wait and see what it looks like. We don't actually know.
While also making it clear they'll defend Second Amendment rights.
Look, it's a fundamental right. I have a right to protect myself. I have every member of my constituency has a right to defend themselves, and we have a right to hunt as well. And
I think we can look at things, but I am a proponent. Everybody should have the right to protect themselves and to own a gun, and we can't lose that.
We asked new Republican Senate Minority Leader Eric Nesbitt for his position. He says he wants more freedom in less government, but there is bipartisan work that can be done.
I think it's important to look that she talks about freedom and openness, and yet she goes ahead and doesn't trust free people. I think there's a lot of issues that are out there that we can come together on and actually invest in expanded mental health.
Senator Mark Huizenga saying he's open to listen if it's been demonstrated to make a difference.
So I always want to make sure we respect and honor responsible gun owners and take an evidence and data-driven approach. If we can do things to make things safer that actually has data to support that, I'll do that.
Because Democrats control all of state government, a trifecta for the first time in nearly 40 years, they don't even need Republicans' votes on this if every Democrat toes the party line on this. So that's the question if that's going to happen. I asked a few Democrats after the speech whether they think these bills will pass, and State Representative John Fitzgerald from Wyoming told me he thinks they have the support they need to make these changes. So we'll see if that in fact happens.